Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Rachel Conlan, Chief Marketing Officer at Binance.
Good morning, Pristina. I have to say, it is an absolute pleasure to be here. I think I've attended about 300 conferences this year, and I have to say I've never seen a conference kick off with the energy I'm seeing in this room. So a huge thank you to the organizing team. A round of applause for Angel. I think we're going to have to try and get him for a Binance event soon. That energy is incredible. But most importantly, I just want to say thank you so much to the mayor for those inspirational words, and that are clearly not just words, they're a call for action. And that is something that I hope that everyone over the course of the next 2 days gets the opportunity to engage in what is not just meaningful conversation, but conversation that's going to lead to action. As you know, one of the reasons I joined Binance nearly 4 years ago was because of the opportunity to really drive what is financial freedom. That's something that is core to our mission, and it's the reason why I and my team who are here turn up every day to work. And we are very excited as Binance to be here, not just celebrating the Balkans Blockchain Summit, but celebrating, the Kosovans and the Balkan region that is really pushing the barriers when it comes to crypto and blockchain innovation. So a big thank you to each of you who is here today, because you are all part of that narrative, an important part of that movement that we are going to. I think today's turnout alone is testament to not just the population here that is curious and that is passionate and is committed to this space, but it's really a signal of the potential that is yet to be untapped, and the opportunity that Kosovo and the Balkans has to not just build for local, but to build for global. And this is my first time visiting Kosovo. I'm very sad to say that as an Irish firstling, because I think there's a large amount of affinity between our two countries. And I've been so impressed so far with what I've seen. And, I'm not going to try and explain this in local language, but I was speaking to one of my colleagues earlier on, and I said the energy, I visited a lot of countries in my role, and the energy is palpable. And what he described it to me is that in the region, it's like a barrel of dynamite at this moment. And I'm excited not just to see this on stage, but to see this in the broader arena over the course of the next 2 days. I'm also very grateful for your coffee. This is my third country in 1 week, and the caffeination is what's keeping me going. What excites me most about the future of this industry is not trading, it's not asset management, it's not institutional growth. And it's the opportunity to rebuild what is the financial ecosystem in a way that truly serves us as citizens, and not just local citizens, as citizens of the world. And I think, traditionally we've seen that growth and that innovation led by a small number of global capital cities. And while we see what blockchain is, that opportunity is very locally driven. And each and every one of you in this room has the opportunity to contribute to it, not to have systems that are dictated. And I think that's one of the most exciting opportunities out of over the course of the next 2 days. You're going to be discussing everything from AI to blockchain to identity to entrepreneurialism and to programming to what is regulation. But most importantly, the next 2 days is about education. Because without education, this industry would not have launched 15 years ago. And without people like you in the room, we would not be here where we are today. But let's be honest, we're still very early. It's still only 6 to 8% of the global population that's engaged in this space. And while we have captured the cultural zeitgeist globally and locally, there's still a lot of work to be done. So while I'm Irish and can talk a lot, I know I've got a short amount of time here, but I'm just going to ask, similar to the mayor, just for one call to action. As you think over the next 2 days, as you leave this conference, know that you are not just building for Kosovo, you are not just building for the Balkans. You're building for what is a global infrastructure and a renovated industry that is better for all of us. So as you have your conversations and think about opportunities and new ideas, that's just something I would like for each of you to think about. What part can you play in that? And Binance is very proud to be the lead sponsor. We're very grateful to be here. Our team and are at our booth for the next 2 days. We want to hear from each of you on how we can do better, on what new product services, how we can improve our existing products and services. But above all, and we just want to say an enormous thank you for your support.